Drive on Mama, buckle up. Andrea TV here from driveonmama.com, coming to raise a question to all of those in a busy market and who do not dash in their home market. Those who specifically have learned where to go to find the good orders and to make the most money. I have a question for you. Have you noticed and seen an increase of people collecting more orders than they can receive with one account? Have you? I have been logged on since 10:30 where I dash. It is a market where everybody who dashes here doesn't live here on purpose because it is a very good market and these people don't need to dash. I declined my first order, $7 going 6.6 miles, and my stats, because of the dashers in my area, weren't good enough to get the large order that I get most days. I am at 97% completion and I was at 81% acceptance, but now I'm down to 80% after that decline. So somebody in the area who has better stats than me received that first large order. He came back. He didn't even leave. He drove it across the street and came back to his car. Now at 11:09, he is walking out with his second order. He is parked directly in front of the store. I am 2 cars behind him and he's pulling off. He's not my friend. I'm just waving because he can't see me because he's driving. But before he left out with his second order, someone came in from another block. That's how far you have to be to, for this to be relevant. He wasn't on this block, and he left out with 2 large bags and about 5 small bags. Now he won't be back because there's no way he's going to deliver those 6 or 7 orders in 15, 20, 30 minutes. But have you seen this happening in your market? I'm curious to know. I'm still waiting on my second offer. It's 11:12 a.m. I'll be back when I get it. And I'm back at 11:13. Guess what it was? $4.75 for half a mile, going to an apartment building where you have to walk up a hill, get buzzed in, then walk back to the building where the elevators are and wait for the customer to buzz you in when you dial their apartment number. Oh boy, what a Tuesday we're gonna have. Let's go get it.
So we have the order in our hand and we are delivering. But if you ever want to know and you have built any type of relationship with your restaurant, ask them. I went in there and asked them. I said, a few minutes ago, somebody came out with like 10 bags, 2 of the large brown bags, and then about 6 of the individual bags. And me and the other dashers out there have been sitting there for a while, and we were just wondering if that was legit. Did he come in with like 10 phones or something? I was like, you don't have to tell me, I'm just curious. She said, oh no, that's our outpost guy. If he's not around, then we disperse the orders to Doordash. But if he is around, he, on his own, because he is also a regular dasher too, that's why we all know what's going on. If he is not working for the day, then they send him all of the local orders for everybody who ordered ahead of time. Like that catering and large order program orders, they drop at 10:37. If he shows, hey, I'm here for the day, they give it to him. If he doesn't show I'm here for the day, then they disperse it and we get it. So yeah, you have to start working your own side gigs now if you want to make some money. I don't know what the dollar amount is or the arrangement, but let's say he says, I'll take $100 for that hour. It'll take him probably, because it's all local. She said the local people who have ordered through their store app, not on Doordash. So yeah, you're gonna have to work out your own deals or get on multiple platforms. So let's go. Okay, order dropped off. Did not get another one right away. Oh, I'm lying. One is coming through, but it's showing a city name only. Probably something I don't want. I'll be right back. Okay, I checked in and I did want it. $7.75 for 0.4 miles, and it still only showed the name of the city. I believe it's going to be a store that just opened up recently, and for whatever reason they don't have the true name, or who knows. I just came out of an elevator situation. That building has poor reception, so maybe it's choosing one of their alter egos. But anyways, I probably was being very generous. That outpost position, it probably is not $100, because he probably had maybe 8 to 10 orders, 2 of them being large orders. So if they gave him 100, that would be most of the additional that they're saving. Just to give you an example, most large orders tip at percentages or $10, between 10, 15 or percentage, in my opinion, in my experience in this neighborhood. And then all of the smaller ones, they usually tip, 2 to 4. sometimes 5 or 6. So let's say he can get those 8 to 10 deliveries because they're all local. He can get that done in an hour, hour and a half. Even if they gave him $60, $50, that's we've been sitting out there an hour and we have not made $50 or $60. So it is worth it. And now let's go see what this food is we're going to get.
Time is now 11:56. I arrived back on the avenue after my 2 little runs, and the outpost guy is back. So he picked up those orders about 10:40, about an hour and a half's worth of work, and he's done waiting for orders just like the rest of us. We have our next 425 for 0.6 miles. They're killing us.
And that 775 did remain the same. And the next pickup at 425, they're just getting a brownie and a Reuben sandwich. But we did accept our next at the same time. We're going to Uber Eats, turned it on, 1321 for 4.1 miles, 2 pickups, 1 drop off. We took it, and they're all in the same area. And the second customer just wanted a salad and a mango green tea with boba. Let's go deliver.
So both the salad and the boba tea have been dropped off, and they lived in a cul-de-sac. And I don't know if you've ever been in a cul-de-sac where some people live up the hill and some people live down. She left no indication of any direction to her house. So her mailbox is directly next to the hill leading up. Their houses are so far back, you can't see the number on the house of anyone. So I see the mailbox right next to the path. I go up the path. Of course, there's no numbers on the house or door when you get to the front door after driving the 100 feet. And I send the first picture, and they had 2 separate pictures, unlike Doordash that does one and it'll cover both. So after I sent the first picture, she said, "I'm down the hill!" exclamation. I said, "Oh, so sorry, I'll be right there." So I backed out carefully because it was a steep hill. And she said, "I don't know why the GPS sends everybody up there. I don't know why, if you know that, you don't let us know. I am the house with this. I am the house at the bottom of the hill." I'm just saying, but we're grateful. The final tip will come in within the hour, and DoorDash ended our dash. It didn't take us 35 minutes to do that order, but they ended it. And guess how much we made from 10:30 to 12:30 on DoorDash? $16.75 whole cents. Yeah, Tuesdays I think I'm going to start taking off. But we are back on the block waiting on our next, and we will be going till about 1:30, or we may end early. Let's see. So we've been on the block a few minutes. It is now 12:53 p.m. and we did decline one, which was a batch, which means our percentage rate is going to go down by 2 points and not 1. If you didn't know that, when you decline an offer with 2, they take you down 2 points. And that was because I decided after 1:30 I'm going home, and those 2 orders would have led me deep into the city, about 25 minutes away. Stop backing up into the city, and I didn't want to take that. I don't know why people want to get right on your behind. Anyways, let's see what they said. You want to know what that banger was? $5.25 for half a mile. Let's go get it. So we dropped off the last DoorDash and ended that dash. It was a handed to me for that $5.25, and they said, "Call me upon arrival and I'll come to the lobby." Their building is on a street where there is parking spaces for 2 cars, or a truck and a car, and the rest you're in the lane of travel that people can do their right turn. So I had to double park there while I was waiting. I did not wait the whole 5 minutes. At 2 minutes and 53 seconds, I left it on the table and took a sports and church on Sunday. If you work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday every second maximum, then you will definitely probably make as much as I do Monday through Thursday. But let's go get these things. So I am on my way home for a small nap, and then I'll prepare the children their food for their evening sports activities and play practice, and bring it back down for pickup and transport to said activities. But looking at the numbers, some people are going to say, oh wow, that's a good Tuesday. It is all relative. Maybe for where you live, that is a good Tuesday, but I'm going to give you some screenshots of where I lived for 14 years, the past 14 years, what the rent is and what the average median household income is, and to give you a comparison of where I work, what their average rent is and their average median household income. And that is the type of orders and amounts that I was receiving from people making that amount of money. People are pulling back their purse strings, or they are not ordering at all. So, or very much less than they used to. So as a full-time gig, you're going to have to come up with something else. That's going to be have to be one of the balls that you juggle, because DoorDash alone in most markets is not going to cut it. And I wish you large tips, no waits, and short distances. And drive on!